The 20th century had been a tumultuous time, marked by two devastating world wars that had reshaped the global landscape. In the aftermath of these conflicts, the world was divided into two distinct ideological and geopolitical blocs: the capitalist West, led by the United States, and the communist East, dominated by the Soviet Union. This era, known as the Cold War, was characterized by a tense standoff between the two superpowers, as they competed for influence and power across the globe. The threat of nuclear annihilation loomed large, and the world lived in constant fear of a potential escalation that could plunge the planet into a catastrophic war. Yet, despite the grim realities of the time, there were also moments of hope and progress. The civil rights movement in the United States, sparked by the efforts of leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., challenged the systemic racism and discrimination that had long plagued the country. The struggle for decolonization in Africa and Asia led to the emergence of new, independent nations, changing the global landscape. At the same time, technological advancements were transforming the way people lived, worked, and communicated. The invention of the computer and the rise of the Internet ushered in a new era of connectivity, opening up new possibilities for education, commerce, and social change. One young historian, Sarah, found herself captivated by these seismic shifts in the modern world. As she delved deeper into her studies, she marveled at the intricate web of events, ideas, and individuals that had shaped the course of history. Sarah's fascination with the subject began at a young age, as she listened to the stories of her grandparents, who had lived through the tumultuous events of the 20th century. They shared tales of hardship and resilience, of the sacrifices they had made to protect their loved ones and their way of life. As she grew older, Sarah's interest in the subject only deepened. She immersed herself in the historical accounts, poring over primary sources and secondary literature, piecing together the complex narratives that had unfolded across the globe. What particularly intrigued Sarah was the ongoing struggle for human rights and social justice, as marginalized communities fought to assert their place in an often unequal world. From the civil rights movements of the 20th century to the recent struggles for gender equality and environmental protection, she saw the power of individuals and groups to shape the course of history. As she grappled with the complexities of the modern world, Sarah became increasingly aware of the fragility of the global order. She recognized that the decisions made today would have far-reaching consequences, and she was determined to use her knowledge to make a positive impact. With a deep sense of purpose, Sarah embarked on a career in diplomacy, hoping to contribute to the ongoing efforts to navigate the treacherous waters of international relations and build a more just and peaceful world. She knew that the challenges ahead would be formidable, but she was driven by a belief in the transformative power of knowledge and the ability of human beings to overcome even the most daunting of obstacles. As she stepped out into the world, Sarah felt a renewed sense of hope, tempered by the hard-won wisdom of the past. She was ready to confront the complexities of the modern world head-on, determined to be a force for positive change and to help shape the course of history for generations to come.